Hi, my name is Gordon Benjamin. I am a digital marketing expert, particularly in media buyer. I've been in digital marketing for the past 4 years. I've worked for brands across the United States of America, the United Kingdom, Canada, Nigeria, Kenya, Ghana, you name it. And we've been there, or we have campaigns that are ongoing in those countries. In the past 4 years, I spent over $200,000 for these businesses and made them multiple six figures. I've always been fascinated by marketing. I grew up in an entrepreneurial background. So everything became intense when I got into the university and I read books like 100 Million Offer from Alex Hormozzi. It really gave me an insight into what digital marketing is all about, what it can do for businesses, and how the skills can help me. As someone that has a highly entrepreneurial nature, I'm great with Meta Ads, Facebook, Instagram, Google Ads too, right? YouTube, Google Display Ads, Search Ads, and recently Google Display Ads have been really, really great when it comes to giving high quality return on ad spend. Then TikTok ads have been wonderful lately. I've got so many great experiences, so many great campaigns that I've really done well in time past. But the one that I am really proud of is my work with Calamity recently, right? So when I started working with the company, they were barely doing over 1,000 orders per month. So one of the things I did for them was that I was able to successfully implement a scaling strategy that took their orders from less than 1,000 or barely 1,000 to about 7,000, 7,000 plus consecutively, consistently for the past 2 months, right? Talking about August 2025, September 2025, and in October, we are on our way to 10,000 orders. We already surpassed our previous records by far. We just need a couple thousands of orders more, and we'll be hitting over 10,000 orders this month, October 2025. And all this was done spending less than $10,000. I think our total outspend per month should be around $6,000 to $7,000. To me, that's really, really impressive because running ads at this scale sometimes can be very cost consuming. The strategies we adopted and seeing that it worked and it's something that not many brands are using today, it's amazing. There are so many strategies, right, that makes a campaign successful. But what I do when starting a new campaign, right, is to first of all understand the goal and objective of that campaign. There are so many objectives. There are businesses that just want brand awareness, right? There are businesses that want sales conversion. There are businesses that the nature of their product or services or the market they are trying to address requires that it's just pure lead generation. The campaign should just be about generating quality leads. So the first thing you want to do to ensure that your campaign is successful is to try and understand the objective of the campaigns or the objective of the brand you're working with, which is what I first do when I get in contact with any brand. Then the next thing is to understand the campaign structure that befits the objectives you are trying to achieve. There are different campaign structures, there's different strategies, and all of them works. All of them works depending again on the goal. And another thing is understanding, your buyer persona and the level of awareness they have about the product or your brand, right? There are different structures to adopt here. For example, when starting a campaign, I could go with maybe top of the funnel campaigns, right? So that way it directly impacts the kind of creatives I want to use. I know that if the structure I'm implementing for this campaign is top of the funnel, basically my ads will be just tailored to target a broader audience. So at asset level, the targeting will be broad, and then the creatives too will be broad to address a totally maybe a new market or an undiscovered market. Then if I'm implementing maybe a middle of funnel kind of in that case, what I want to do is I want to probably do some interest-based targeting and the creative will be tailored to an audience that already have a product idea, or maybe they can articulate in some form the problem. If you're a service provider, right, the problem that they need solution for that you can provide. So that is for a middle of the funnel kind of campaign, or if I'm implementing a middle of the funnel strategy. Then the bottom of the funnel strategy, what we do is we target people that have in some form or some sort engaged with a brand, or maybe create a look-alike audience, right? People that share the same characteristics or that have the same interest with people that have bought a product from that particular brand. And it affects the kind of content we use to for those kind of campaigns. For campaigns like that, the content that is really appropriate, right, is probably content that positions the brand as the go-to trusted authority in that particular niche, or for that particular product. So again, different structure, different objective, depending on what you want, depending on the market you serve. One of the good things that you get when working with me is that my first approach is to understand your objectives, and that will determine the kind of campaign structure that will be implemented for your brand. Again, it depends on the kind of campaign structure you are implementing. For example, 2 3 years ago, the best strategy you can adopt is to set up your campaign to target specific interest group, right, that defeats your target audience. But that strategy might not be effective for every brand today. There are sometimes that even keeping your campaign broad can give you crazy performance, like good results, than even targeting, niching down, and trying to find a particular target audience. You can implement different strategies. You can go broad, you can go for look-alike audience, you can go for specific target audience, all in one campaign, right? And you get crazy results. Great question. So, as a digital marketer, it's very, very important to keep up with trend. It's what defines how great you are, right? So, recently, a lot have changed, and one of the experience I've had is with the introduction of Andromeda, right? It was November last year, 2024. Meta dropped like a 20-minute blog post about it and how it's going to help businesses get more conversions, get more sales, get more customers online, and it's been great. So you cannot survive in this industry without being up to date with trends. One of the things I have done is I have access to first-hand information concerning every update that is coming up, or that is already up with different platforms. Most of these platforms have communities where they share these updates. Like for Facebook, the Facebook Blueprint community is one place where you can really find any news concerning what's coming or what's new on Facebook. It's important to get updated, really, really updated with trends and the rest. Okay, so the first thing is I pay attention to details when we are going to work together. When we're discussing your project, one of the things or the information I like to really obtain, right, is your goal. What is the goal for your business? What kind of business are you into, and what goal are you trying to achieve? Are you trying to just get brand awareness? Are you trying to get sales, direct sales on your website? Are you trying to generate quality leads? Right. So all these informations are very, very vital to impact the level of delivery and result we deliver for your brand. The second thing is reporting and data analyzing. I have a very good understanding on how to utilize data from your business, from your ads, from your campaign, even from ordinary engagement that you get, right, organically on your videos. Those data have really good potentials, can impact how much customers and sales you can get for your business if the objective again for your campaign is sales. Then finally, I am result oriented. With me, you don't get excuses, you get only results. Thank you.